Ladies and gentlemen, now we would like to start Ruby sponsor session. Among the Ruby sponsors for RubyWorld Conference 2022, we have 3 companies to make presentation. First of all, I would like to introduce Mr. Makoto Toriyama of M3 Corporation. The title is Technology and Team to Support M3 Digikar cloud-based electronic medical charts powered by AZ with the speed of 2,700 requests per second. Mr. Toriyama, please. Hello. Are you enjoying the day 2 of the Ruby World Conference 2022? I am a software engineer at M3. My name is Toriyama. I'm very happy to introduce the company and the product. So I would like to introduce the company, M3 Corporation. We are the company to offer products and service of IT to the medical care. The mission is by fully utilizing the internet, we will maximize number of healthy people with longevity and minimize unnecessary healthcare costs. We have global business over 15 countries. More than 6 million people are using our service. That is more than 50% of all the doctors in the world. Talking about Japanese doctors, more than 300,000 Japanese doctors, more than 90% of the doctors are the members of our service. Now, let me talk about M3 Digikar. That is the product I'm in charge. There are 2 points I would like to share with you. First, about the product M3 Digital, and next I would like to talk about technological challenge we face. Okay. M3 Digital is a cloud-based electronic medical chart powered by AI. And to solve every issue in the clinic, we want to maximize doctors' time to see patients. What kind of challenges and issues in the clinic? I would like to share with you 3 examples. Number 1, it's cumbersome to prepare medical charts. And the paper-based medical chart was a lot of the workload for the doctors. And electronic medical chart make doctor's job easily. AI can learn the past the entries and also suggest what kind of entry can be done. And also, very much complicated electronic medical chart in the past, and there are a lot of customized portion. And then in digital, operation is simple, but high usability can be attained. We are now challenging to achieve these 2 features. And number 3, we want to solve business practice in healthcare industry. When it comes to on-premise AMC, every several years, replacement is necessary. That causes several millions of the cost, and coordination with the doctors and vendors are necessary. In case of cloud-type EMC, this kind of cost can be eliminated. Now, the number of medical institutes introducing our service is growing rapidly. We started our product in 2015, and last year in fall, more than 3,000 medical institutes are using, and we are now aiming at 4,000, 5,000 medical institutes. And among the clinic which have EMC, 22.3% of the medical institutes are using our service. That is the number 1 service growing in the area of the cloud EMC system. Well, I would like to talk about the team of the developing M3 Digikar. We have 2 product managers, engineers 9, QA engineers 4, designer 1. In total, 16 people are working for the team for the development of this product. However, this number is not enough, so we need colleagues to attain our challenge targets. Now, what kind of technological challenge we face? Well, we're actually using a lot of technology and tools, the back end. Of course, Ruby on Rails is used. On top of that, we use other language in the back end list, Scala, Go, Node.js, front end, React, TypeScript are used. In infrastructure, mainly we use AWS, and GCP is also used. And this is a multi-cloud system. So Ruby on Rails are actually used. And I think you can actually take a look at the various technology working with us and how our scale has been changed in the past several years. In 2015, we started up our service, and this is how it looks like. So we were dealing with 1 through 100 clinics. We have very simple system, web server and application server and others. Very simple system configuration. And each server has AC2. Then this is the current situation. So much more complicated. So because we are dealing with more than 3,000 medical institutes and too much difference, so you don't know what's happening. We went through a lot of changes. So I just would like to highlight major points. Number one, new products introduced and also collaboration with other products. And we started the DAY2 Smart Medical Care. This is a new product using IT. For example, if we go to clinic as a patient, we don't need a medical card because we can just use the QR card, and then that's how we can register. And also after seeing the doctor, we don't have to wait until we pay. We just can get AI apps so that we can pay later. And also the doctor's questions asking to the patient, and the reply will be already automatically entered in the EMC. And such medical experience can be much more convenient by implementation of a lot of additional features, and that's what we are doing right now. And infrastructure have been changing. Then microservice can also be used. In Digital, we have a lot of microservice and also newly added features, and we use Ruby on Rails for new additional microservice. Number 3, right-hand side of the chart, we now have the increasing number of medical institutes using that. So medical institutes are divided by a certain number, and load is distributed, and that's what we call the sharding. Currently, we have 13 shards. So at the peak time, 2,700 requests per second is the speed we work. When we think about number of the medical institute and users, I think that this is still going up. So we would like to scale up our service, not only the product, but we also have the scale up of the team. So that's the reason why we really need your help and contribute to the medical care with us. And there are a lot of challenges we have to deal with in order to meet expectations of the users. Number 1 is the function development. Number 2 is the stable operation. So I think the availability and also reliability is necessary. Then what kind of implementation and design will be necessary? That is something we have to think about. And maintenance and improvement of development speed is a must. We launched our service in 2015. We have to update our technology and our aspect, and we want to achieve high speed in making the target possible. Not only M3 Digikar, we actually deal with a lot of other products. You can just search M3 Tech blog. Then you can find a lot of interesting articles written by our employees. So if you're interested, could you please search this M3 Tech blog? I would appreciate your search. And if you are interested in our company or our service, could you please drop by at our booth? Our booth is located on the first floor exhibition hall. And Ruby quiz content is also available over there, so we will be waiting for you. Could you please come visit us? Now, I hope to see you directly on a face-to-face in the M3 booth and also during the casual conversation. Thank you very much. Mr. Toriyama, thank you very much for your presentation.
So if you would like to know more details, please go to that exhibition hall on the ground floor. and there is a booth and presented by this company. Now the next presentation, which is by the MedPeer, and Mr. Hirakawa Hiromichi is a speaker. So the journey working together with Ruby. In healthcare, medical care, we provide evolution. Healthcare providers and also the patients and all those who are involved in healthcare are supported. Health tech and platform is provided by MedPeer. Good afternoon. My name is Hirakawa. I am a Vice President of Engineering of MedPeer. In this presentation, I would like to discuss and describe the journey which we have taken together with Ruby. So this is the agenda, and I would like to touch upon these points. Self-introduction followed by MedPeer, overall landscape, and also the journey, and also the outlook for the future. So let me introduce myself. My name is Hiromichi Hirakawa. In MedPeer, I work as the Vice President of Engineering, and I joined this company, SIR, and then I came to SNS Development Company, and after that, I joined the Social Application Development Company. In 2018, I joined MedPeer. This year, in July this year, I became Vice President of Engineering, covering and looking after the engineering and approaches. The first Ruby was 1.8 when I touched it about 14 years ago. Since that time, I have been always working with Ruby. This is about MedPeer Group. What is MedPeer? MedPeer, the mission is to support doctors and help patients. The doctors and support, and also we would like to provide help for the patient. Vision. Based on the collective wisdom, we would like to reinvent medical care and healthcare. We have gotten certain features. There are 3 points. So actually, it was founded by a medical doctor who is working in the front line. His picture is now, he is a representative of MedPeer. He is actually a medical doctor and a physician. In 2004, he founded this company while finding issues to be addressed in the healthcare industry, healthcare businesses. So that was a starting point of the company. In 2014, this was listed. Company was listed in the securities market. So he is a medical doctor, and also he manages the organization. 150,000 doctors are the members of this company. It's about 40% of the total doctors inside Japan. This is the basis of our business operation. That is a strength as well. By utilizing the platform, we actually provide services. The base needs the medical doctors, and also by using the network in the healthcare, we are now evolving and developing various functions and also services. That is our strength. This is our group's operational portfolio, business portfolio. The key and the core is actually the platform of collective wisdom. We have got members who are doctors and also pharmacists. That is a foundation. And based on that and a core structure, we provide services for patients and also public in general, and the preventive platform is provided, and so that the services are offered to the businessman and business working organization, and also public in general, before they become ill. And after they become patient and also ill, primary care platform is actually provided. And the right-hand side, you can see that the care and also the terminal care. So that is actually the care taking and supportive platform. So what sort of engineering technological assets do we have? The key technology is Ruby, and also Ruby on Rails, which is actually framework. In the front end, IBOJS and also smartphone-oriented application is provided Swift and is used as a language. In the infrastructure, AWS is used, and also in the CI, GitHub Actions and also Circle CI are used. So let me talk about the mechanism and system of MedPeer. We have got a tech support system. Up until 120,000 yen are actually given as a subsidy by the company for the scale up and also buying the keyboards and also joining the online learning site. And the AWS is supported. And also, if you decide to have a qualification exam, that is supported by the company too. And the circle reading initiative is also in place. So every week, the people get together and read technical documents and also books. And the pull request and a review meeting is held. So if you have gotten some pull requests and which are to be shared, and team members get together and the members outside the team get together and share their views. Ruby and also MedPeer. In 2016, while the PHP was actually used for MedPeer service, but around that time, there were 2 Ruby engineers. And then 1 year afterwards, in 2017, Ruby engineers actually enlarged in number. So this is actually the excerpt which was used for 2017 Fukuoka Ruby Kaigi. And in 2019, there were 35 Ruby engineers. We actually talked about it in 2019 in the conference. And today, 2022, there are 55 Ruby engineers working in our company. The iOS and Android and also ERS. And in total, we have gotten about 80 engineers working in the organization. So we joined the Ruby Kaigi in 2022, and there were about 20 people. We went to MIE, and the repository today is more than 80, and the archive and also the internal gems are also included based on Ruby. So the products are operated and many, and more than 20. And in the server side, 90% of the languages used are actually Ruby. So by using Ruby, we do the analysis. So by Ruby, and we have expanded our businesses, and we have grown as a company. Now, I would like to talk about Ruby and a company. In 2022, MedPeer actually transformed itself. The server main core technology was Ruby, and in front-end smartphone application, the services have expanded in scope and also the number. SRE has become more sophisticated and advanced. So in the past, there was only one CTO for managing the organization. But by covering all those areas and also growing, there was some limitation if there was only one CTO. Therefore, we have changed the organization. So we have got multiple professionals working together. So this is an organizational change. In each region and also area, the experts will work for the decision making and professionalism oriented and guidance is provided. So the technological decision making has been actually divided into groups. So let me talk about MedPeer. And the next Ruby is what? So we sometimes talk about the future of MedPeer. But as far as we are concerned, we continue to use Ruby. And I would like to reiterate that message to the audience here today. So we have been living and growing together with Ruby. And the Ruby on Rails are quite sophisticated and mature one. When we have analysis of function, there are various gems which are instantly used. More than 50 Ruby engineers are working in our company. So rather than the other languages, and Ruby has gotten a higher productivity. We have gotten accumulated know-how, and also in order to develop those young generation as Ruby engineers and also the programmers, and we have gotten a good educational environment. So together with Ruby, we are planning to grow further and provide better services in society. Thank you. Hirakawa-san, thank you very much for your presentation.
Let me introduce the next speaker. That is Mr. Akihiro Kato of CUEBiC Corporation. His title is Engineer Process and Engineer Development Curriculum of CUEBiC. Mr. Kato, please go ahead. I would like to talk about engineer process and engineer development curriculum of CUEBiC. I am Kato from CUEBiC. I'm very happy to meet you. We have a mission of challenging insight and achieving progress. My name is Akihiro Kato. I have experience of development in Rakuten Ichiba. I'm good at architect and new development of large-scale traffic. And I am engaged in various careers as shown, and I'm serving as a technological consultant in several companies. This is agenda I'm going to cover today. First, I would like to talk about CUEBiC business. This is CUEBiC Incorporated, and Shinjuku is where the headquarters is located. The CEO is Mr. Hiromichi, and digital media and social media anime are the major business. The number of employees is less than 200. One feature is we do have a lot of interns, like 120 or so. So we are very young and active companies, and even seasoned employees can enjoy working over there, including myself. The media business is our main work. We have comparison media of more than 100. So we share technical information in specialist area and help attain better understanding. Besides comparison media, we have the site to help select hometown tax donation, and we have the site to help select appropriate loan for each person. And social media anime, there's a so-called Momo Ume. And a lot of people, especially young people, know about this anime. It's already made into the TV program, and Sairi Ito has actually acted in the drama, and drama aired on TV too. We also have new businesses, so every day we work for new product development. I would like to talk about our technology team. So the male-female ratio is 3:1, and the average age is same as the whole company's average age, and we have 5 interns working for us. And we want to have the in-house development of various projects. Therefore, we are rather new team, and the new hires are joining us because we want to enlarge our engineering team. And mainly we hire people from outplacement agent and recruiting media and referral. So this is a category of the work. I think feature I can say about that is DX specialist is about 1/5 of the total number, and also number of SRE engineer is higher than other companies. And percentage of in-house engineering work, I think it's about 30% or 70% or so, and some contracting is less than 30%. I now would like to talk about organizational strategy. So by providing challenging opportunities, we develop autonomous human resources organization and flexible for change and capable of firm decision making. This is our midterm HR strategy. And we actually revised technological team mission 2 years ago. That is, we would like to aim at empowerment of management strategies and tactics with IT. And every year, we do have the specific themes to work on. This is organization chart. 3 years ago, BPOE, Mr. Goto, joined the company. So we now have established a very stable system. And the number indicates the number of employees in the media development, product development, DX strategy, corporate IT, SRE. We do have these teams. Each team have its own role, and SRE DX strategy's role is bigger in comparison with ours. talking about DX strategy, IT solution inside the company main job. In 2020, technology midterm vision was made, and currently 2022, everything is going on smoothly. We have a good progress, and we would like to further reinforce our brand and process, and that's the reason why I'm participating in this conference to make a presentation. And this is the history of technological team, and we only had the 7 members in 2020, and this is how our midterm strategy started. And career development cycle system was started. I would like to elaborate this later. And new business and new service are deployed successfully, and we do have a lot of teams and engineers. Role definition and intern development programs are also going well. And since VPOE joined us, everything has been progressing very well. And technological stuff, since we are engaged in a lot of new business, so I think there are a lot. Of course, Ruby and Rails are used, and you don't have to worry about the sequence of those names. Now, let me talk about career development cycle. This is abbreviated as CDC. So, career development cycle, I said I would elaborate on this. We actually use career development cycle. So, in order to achieve the ideal condition of each person, each member should learn and grow through experience of work. And that's what we support. And autonomously, employees have to work, and then, as a result, they should grow as a professional in the company. And CDC is a kind of the process turned again and again. First, strength, challenge, and the theme for growth are set. So engineers should think about himself or herself and clarify the target, and that will be followed by the manager. That will help attain the success of the project and the growth of the engineer. Then what kind of career plan available? That's shown to the engineer so that he or she can think about future career that could lead to the growth and career development of them. There are base career and each role. How the career is evolving from the base career to various types of works, from tech lead to engineering manager or tech lead to PDM. These vertical paths are also available if engineers want to go through this route. We have 5 intern engineers. They also have career plans prepared. They do not belong to one team. I would like them to experience various teams so that the potential capability and width of the engineering work should be learned so that they can think about what to do in their future career. This is the definition of role of each engineer. So this is busy. I do not go into the details. However, at each stage, role is defined. And this is the definition for each role. And next slide is further broken down version. And this is the role definition of web application engineer. And at each stage, there are grades set. And for each grade, what should be the ideal state to reach that state is shown clearly to the members in the team. Now, we also have the skill mapping framework of career development is prepared like this. And first, entry of career map, and then entry by engineer manager, and through the career development meeting and feedback is given to the employee, and then target setting and company-wide evaluation. How to set target or objective: will, can, must, and strength, challenge, growth theme. These are to be covered, and theme for the growth. is to be set, and then one on arm, that is employee and the manager work together to achieve the target. And this is the skill sheet we use. So not only the current status, but 1 year from now, 3 years ago, and the future ideal state to be entered. So we use this kind of chart for visualization. So the person himself, herself, and the manager can learn how the status is. And then learning circle and experimental learning circle. So I think that people can grow through a job, especially the challenging opportunity. So we consider that experimental learning cycle is very important. After setting the goal, the people do have the various experience. Once a month, the introspection is important, a kind of the review, and also one review together with the boss and lesson learned, and that should be verbalized. And then next situation, they actually try what they learned from the lesson, and then that will go to the second round of the cycle. So I think this kind of learning circle should be repeated again and again. For each cycle, the employee should learn and grow. And this is what we call CDC. And everyone is actually involved in this CDC cycle. And this is the end of my presentation. Now, we are now hiring new personnel, and I would like to talk about which position we need, like in-house SC, BPRDX manager, and corporate IT manager, and tech lead. If you are interested, could you please contact us? Please come visit our booth on the first floor. So I would like to present you this nice, beautiful glass cleaners. Thank you very much for your attention. This is the end of my presentation. Mr. Kato, thank you very much for your presentation. With this Ruby sponsor session, and all the morning session program is completed. The afternoon program, Ruby Prize 2022 rewarding ceremony will be started at 13:30. If you ordered lunch, could you please go to the first floor exhibition hall with your ticket? And please refrain from eating or drinking in this hall. For lunch, please use the exhibition hall, and there's a waste box on the first floor, and sorting of the waste and garbage will be appreciated. At the entrance of the hall, you can find the PR materials of the sponsors. You can feel free to take them. And we appreciate the cooperation against coronavirus infection by wearing facial masks and hand washing. On the first floor, there is an exhibition booth by Ruby and Platinum sponsorship company. And 12:30, Foreign Technology presentation, 12:40, Sky Corporation, and 12:50, KiwiGo make presentation. These are all Platinum sponsors of Ruby Conference, and these are all short presentation. Ruby Prize 2022 awarding ceremony will be starting at 13:30 in this hall. And the recipients of Ruby Prize 2022 will be announced. I appreciate your participation. If you need a receiver set for the simultaneous interpretation, please contact the reception desk. If there's a problem in the receiver set, please let staff know. If you're going to leave, please return the receiver set at the reception desk. If you use the parking lot, you can get a ticket, free parking ticket at the first floor. In the first floor, there's a charging station of electric device. You can freely use it. Thank you. Now, let's have a break for lunch. Thank you.